Welcome in, South Florida high school baseball fans. We have a special treat for you today. We're going to be previewing the upcoming regional semifinals between Mater Academy and Pembroke Pines Charter. We have with us today the head coaches of both teams, Carlos Iglesias from Pembroke Pines Charter and Humberto Bencomo from Mater Academy. Guys, welcome in.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you for having us, Anthony.
All right, so let's start a little bit with how your seasons, how we got to this point. I'll start with you, Carlos. You guys have kind of been up and down all year. You had a bright spot in the middle of the season when you guys won the BCAA tournament, and you played well last week. So talk a little bit about the journey so far for you guys.
No, I mean, so far, obviously, it's a long season. The way I look at it is, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So basically, what we're trying to do is just to get better every single day that we go out there. Have good practices. Develop the players to toward the end of the season to get to do something special. And that's where we are right now. Right now, we are playing on Wednesday for the series. So we totally totally thankful for that, and we're looking forward to play on Wednesday and Thursday.
And Humberto, you guys are kind of in a similar situation. You guys started the season slow, and you've really caught fire of late. You've won 10 of your last 12 games. So talk a little bit about your guys' journey.
Yeah, no, we had a slow start. We had some injuries, key injuries in the beginning of the season, and we've been dealing with that as the season's gone by, and we're still getting bodies back. But we found each other, and found a way to capture some wins, which is important. But when we were getting those bumps, those were times that we really looked for each other and found that, it's more than baseball. It's just go out there, play the game, and have fun, and things will work your way. So, yeah, we're thankful to be in this situation. We're thankful for another round, and we're looking forward for this week.
So this 2 out of 3 format and the ranking system, there was a lot of questions about it coming into the season, how it was going to work, how everybody was going to like it. The feedback I've gotten so far from everybody that is in the playoffs is that it's been great. It's been a chance to actually use a lot of strategy, and the ranking system, it seems, most of the top teams advanced. So it seems like the state at least got that portion of it right. So how is it different for you guys? Carlos, I'll start with you. How is it different for you guys, to deal with a 2 out of 3 series as opposed to just, throwing your best team out there and going for it in one game?
No, I mean, what are we going to do from now on is we don't worry about the future. We just worry about one game at a time. We worry about Wednesday. I don't have a script. We're going to go out there on Wednesday, and then the game dictate the decisions that we need to make during that game. And then we worry about Thursday. But I love the format. The format, the best of 3 series. I was a big supporter of it when the state first came out with it. It gives like a good thing. If they don't have a good game, they can rebound and have another opportunity instead of just one game. One game, anything can happen in one game, but at least it gives an opportunity to a team to rebound and redeem themselves.
And Humberto, from your point of view?
Yeah, I support it. I believe that a 2 out of 3 is not just one game, and especially you've played a long season. Your guys have been bleeding all year long, and getting to this situation for anybody could have a bad game, anybody could have a great game. And I believe if you give the kids an extra game to play and a little series, I think it's fun. I think it's good, and I support it 100%.
So last week to get here, you guys both won both games. Neither of you had to play a third game. Carlos, you had a competitive series, and Humberto, you guys, you're going to be up against a much tougher opponent this week. You guys played very well last week. So how do you prepare? You guys played each other early in the year. I'll start with you, Humberto. How do you prepare for a team that you've already played? Obviously, very similar playing styles between the two of you. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, I mean, you go out. This game is it's not hard. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna continue to practice how we practice. We're gonna practice our our things that we do and how we've played baseball and how we've been able to get these wins. And we're going to continue to pitch. We're going to continue to throw strikes, and get outs and hit the baseball. And that's what this game's about. We're going to go out there. We're going to continue to practice, the things we've practiced all year long and continue to play baseball.
And Carlos, from your end, how do you make adjustments from the game earlier in the season? Obviously, it was a hard fought 5-4 game, but where's the adjustments and how do you approach a series with a team you've already played this year?
No, I mean we play each other. It was a good game. Actually, it was a great game. You just like Humberto said, you just don't try to change too much. What got you here is going to get you to the next level. And what you do is you just practice the same way you've been practicing. Just go out there and do the best you can. I mean, prepare your players to do to the best of your ability, and then just the game will dictate what happens.
And you guys, so as far as practice schedules, how nice is it to have, the Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and have that consistency 3 weeks in a row, even though you're taking one game at a time as a whole, when you enter these regionals, you kind of know exactly the script of when you're going to be playing each week. How nice is that? Carlos, you can go first.
Wow.
All right. No, I mean, basically, I mean, you have your pitching rotation set up for the, for the 3 games. But like I said early on, that can change in the first game. But it's nice because you can do bullpens in between, and you can get your players ready and working things that you need to work on to maybe one play here, one play there can win the game. That's what it's come down to. A lot of times it comes down to just executing one play, putting the bunt down or doing a hit and run or stealing a base. So, practice all those little things and, try to get your team ready in case, get your team ready for that.
And Humberto, as far as your preparation, I know it's one game at a time, but what's been different in the 2 out of 3 series that you have to prepare for? As far as what do you look at it? Something that maybe you can control a little differently than when it was just a 1 game series.
No, the 2 out of 3 is it's a whole different animal. I mean, you get to play, like me and like Carlos said, we played a very good game last month, and we're 2 competitive teams, and it's going to come down to those things of pitching and the whole 9 yards. But at the end of the day, that Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, like you were saying, is I think it's great because it lets you plan for your week. It lets you plan when you're going to give the kids a day off. When you're going to come back. Your bullpen guys will throw Monday as those are the guys throwing Wednesday, and then you got Tuesday. You throw your bullpen with the guys that are going to throw Thursday, and so on and so forth. So I love the format, and I love the day set, and those are things that are very organized for us to be able to prepare and get ready for a series.
Sure. So everybody coming into these games, it's whoever pitches, whoever hits. It's the same formula for everybody. But Carlos, talk specifically about, for you to win the series. What's one thing that your particular team has to focus in on and do well to win this series?
Well, I mean, everything starts on the mound. So, the mound, and then after that is defense, and then timely hitting, in that order. So if we're able to execute our pitches, and play defense behind, make plays, the average play, but the routine play, but you need to make both routine plays in order to win, especially against a team, ranked #1 in the region. They had a great season. So, they don't make too many mistakes. So you have to actually, play a clean game and hope for the best.
And Humberto, for your team, I mean, what's the key to your team's success here this week?
Same like Carlos said. But pitching for us has been uh has been our go-to all year long. Those guys that we have on the mound have been remarkable. I mean, it's been, defense behind it is going to come. You got to obviously hit the baseball. You know, you gotta lay off bad pitches. You gotta take those walks. Got to make those pitchers pitch. it's things that you have to do in the game that, and again, you're not playing just somebody that's here or somebody you picked in your schedule. You're playing somebody that's in the Final Four, and Carlos has a very good team and very respected of him. So we're gonna come out and we're gonna continue to do what we do, but I second that. It starts on the mound. It starts on the mound and with defense. If you can control the game there, then you're gonna be okay.
And the last thing I got for you guys. So in previous years, you can come up against a team as you advance that maybe had a hot pitcher or that maybe slid through and upset a team before. In this year, what I'm seeing, at least from the first round, is that specifically each round is going to get more difficult for you guys. You guys are increasing the talent pool every time you get into a second round. So talk a little bit about that progression, Carlos, of from where you start in districts and then progressing to and getting a better team each time for a better opponent.
Well, everything starts during the season. You have to have your pitching battle ready during the season. That's when it really counts. You get it. The season is for you to get ready for this. So during the season, our pitching. We play a lot of weeks that we're playing 3 games. So it's basically we're simulating what was going to happen now, and we're here now. So hopefully we can. Hopefully we were ready for that. But it's every game is different. Every series is different. The game is going to dictate what decision I make. Like I said, I don't have a script right now. I'm going to the one pitch at a time, and decisions are going to be made based on what happens during the game. It depends on the pitch count, depends who's available for tomorrow. I mean, a lot of things go through it.
Yeah.
And Humberto, last word for you.
Yeah, same thing. I believe it starts in the season. That's why we schedule. I mean, I schedule as the best teams. I try to schedule the hardest teams. I try to schedule against teams that are going to make us better, win or lose. So yeah, once we get through that and we get into the playoffs, you know, we've been playing very good opponents. In our district championship, we played Varela. We've played them twice. 3-2 ball game, 4-3 ball game. It's one-run games. So yeah, it's true what you're saying. Every round you're gonna face somebody that's gonna come to play baseball, and you gotta. It comes down to making no mistakes. If you can do what you got to do and play the game how you've been playing all year long, you're gonna be on the top.
Sure. Well, congrats to both of you guys for coming this far. I know it's going to be a fun series. I know the baseball community is looking forward to it. And good luck to both of you guys this week.
Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you for doing this, Anthony. Very good, man. Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Carlos.
See you Wednesday. All right.
All right.
Yeah, see you Wednesday. Bye-bye.
All right.